Fog Football back with the latest news.
Very Scottish football.
Old Firm Sunday.
The only Scottish football we really cover. The only football that matters, right? Anyone says otherwise is talking shite. I mean, it was actually a couple of years ago they discovered that Scotland actually has the highest viewership in football based on per capita or population or some shit like that. So basically, percentage wise, Scotland is the biggest, viewership in football. So there you go.
You're goddamn right. But 3 big bits of news, I think, here. With Scott Brown being on the radar of Fleetwood Town as potential manager, Liverpool linked with Calvin Ramsey, and Davy Marshall potentially going to Hibs. Where do we start at?
Well, before we start any of that, I just want to bury English football for a minute, right? I could not tell you the last English football match I watched that I did not have a bet on. I couldn't tell you the last match that I watched from start to finish where I did not have a bet on.
Can I tell you the last one I watched?
I go for it.
Arsenal West Ham earlier on.
You don't have a bet on, no?
No. Should have had a bet on, though.
Nah, it's just pish. I mean, I seen Chelsea Everton earlier today, and it just sucks the life out of me, English football. It's shite. It really. I mean, back in the day, man, it was fucking great. The rivalries. Oh, Fenger, Ferguson, Pizzagate, Kane, Fiera. But what do you get now? You get absolutely fucking nothing.
You get Klopp and Guardiola bumming each other at full time.
I mean,
practically. Anyway, though, talking about that, Scott Brown, he's on the radar of Fleetwood Town. Could he become their new manager? Doubt that. Why the fuck are they? I mean, they had Joey Barton as manager not so long ago, and now they're going to try and bring in Scott Brown.
Yeah, I just don't think it's working. Although, I mean, people would say you're talking shite. I'd say Scott Brown was a better player than Joey Barton. At least he had a better career. I mean, did Joey Barton ever win anything?
You said that as if it's close, or they're in the same ballpark. Of course he's fucking better than Joey Barton.
I think most people would say Joey Barton's better.
He's fucking pissed, Joey Barton.
I'll tell you what, based on his spell at Rangers, fucking Scott Brown was certainly better. I mean, in terms of trophies won, I don't think Joey Barton won a trophy in his career. I could be wrong, but I don't think he did. And we all know Scott Brown's won probably more trophies than... It'd be hard. I can't think of anybody at the moment who's actually won more trophies than Scott Brown. You think about it, he was through the entire 9-year dominance, all those quadruple trebles.
James Forrest, maybe he's still at the club.
Scott Brown was where before.
But James Forrest could be there way after him.
Yeah, he could be. But I mean, right now, I am struggling to think of a person in football currently that has won more trophies than Scott Brown. I don't even think Lionel Messi would have won more.
But they'll argue the ones that matter.
But anyway, Scott Brown, would he be a good manager? I don't know, maybe. Personally, I'd prefer to see Scott Brown stay in Scottish football. I mean, Hibernian need a new manager. Why don't give Scott Brown a chance?
Exactly, that's it. Next up, though.
Or at least, what about some sort of... He wanted a player-coach role at Aberdeen.
Exactly.
Would he not consider
I think if he's going to
Hibs?
become a manager, it'll be somewhere in Scotland. He's not going to go down to Fleetwood. He's not going to do the opposite to Barton.
I mean, I would just like to see Scott Brown stay in Scottish football. I mean, whatever it is. I mean,
hell yeah. Next up,
good for the game.
Talking about Hibs, they're linked with veteran goalkeeper Davy Marshall. I think you'd take this from a rival's point of view, because I think Davy Marshall's done and Craig Gordon's the better veteran.
Well, I mean, I think Craig Gordon's always been better than David Marshall. I mean, surprisingly enough for me, there was a long period where Davy Marshall was Scottish number one and Craig Gordon wasn't. I never understood that. I mean, as long as Craig Gordon's willing to put on a Scotland shirt, for me, he's the number one goalkeeper. Simple as that, really. I know people would disagree. Some people would say Marshall's better than Gordon. Some people would say McGregor's better than Gordon. I mean, I don't think so. I mean, you think about how long Gordon actually had out of football and stuff, and all the injuries he had, for him to actually come back from all that and still play at this level at fucking 40. I mean, the guy literally did miss about 4 years of his career. So I mean, people were going to say, he wasn't good enough in England. It was nothing to do with that. It was injuries. He could barely get a game because he was fucking always injured. I mean, you tell me Craig Gordon wasn't good enough for a Sunderland.
Of course he fucking was. Of course he was.
I mean, Joe Hart was the number one at Bloody City for ages. So, I mean, Craig Gordon would have been more than good enough for a good team in the Premiership, but it never materialised.
Craig Gordon's the man.
Anyway, Davy Marshall, fuck it, you know what? He's not a bad goalkeeper, but I'll never be able to forgive what he done in the Euros. He effectively cost us any chance of going out. I mean, looking at that,
going through,
Nah, but I mean, I'm not saying. I'm not saying if you don't beat Czech Republic, you're out. But I mean, essentially, come on, it was the weakest team in the group, and it's the opening game. I mean, once we lost to Czech Republic, it was always an uphill battle.
Yep.
And Davy Marshall was a big reason why we lost to Czech Republic. So
Next up, though, Calvin Ramsey. Liverpool are confident they will win the race for him. Thoughts?
I think Calvin Ramsey's alright. I don't think he's Liverpool quality.
Well, of course he's not, like, but I mean, fuck.
No, I don't think. I don't really see the signs where he's ever going to be Liverpool quality. I don't get me wrong, I don't watch many Aberdeen games. Most of the Aberdeen stuff I see is highlights.
I don't watch fucking many Liverpool games either, as you openly admit it to, so how do you know he might not be Liverpool quality?
Oh man, come on.
Oh, you just know.
You just know there, brother.
That's just the bias. No. Anyway, right, fucking, we'll move on, right?
Oh, what's your thoughts on this shit?
What's my thoughts?
Aye, go for
That'd
it.
be a decent signing for them, because they'll get him for peanuts, and if he turns into the hot prospect he could be a football manager, they'll do no bad.
Why was he doing football manager these days?
He's like one of the top prospects, isn't it?
Oh,
right,
yeah!
but this is something...
Yeah, here's the real question. Is he better than Nathan Patterson?
Right. What?
Is he better than Nathan Patterson? If he's not...
I said no
on.
before January, but looking at it now, my fucking might be now, like...
See,
The
fucking...
bias, bro, right?
Oh, see when Nathan Patterson plays for Rangers, he's 10 times the player of Calvin Ramsey. See when he's been shipped out to Everton, can he get a game? Although, why can't he get a game? That's the fucking disgrace.
He's injured right now. Right,
No,
anyway, right, listen to the
got-
state of this, right?
Listen, before he got injured, he played like 45 minutes.
Alright.
You know what I mean?
Former Rangers defender Maurice Ross turns around and says... Fucking Maurice, sorry. Inner pish pronunciation, but listen to this. He says John Lundstrom...
Maurice.
Juan Lundstrom, right? His performance in the semi-final was like watching Graham Souness, in that the midfielder is worth double the market value of Ryan Kent. What's he smoking?
I'm not sure I agree with that.
Right, I think Lundstrom had a good game in that, but it's one game, and he's been like the most hot cold player I've ever seen in my life.
True, I mean, when he's good, but when he's bad, he's pretty bad. I mean, I would say Kent has shown a lot higher levels of consistency. I mean, plus attacking players just tend to go for more than Lundstrom, plus midfielders. Plus, I think Kent's a bit younger than Lundstrom. Plus, Kent has shown his qualities for like 3-4 seasons now.
Yeah.
And he's like, constantly, done it in Europe as well.
Also, Lundstrom's accent's pish.
Lundstrom's maybe had like, in his time at Rangers, I know he's not been here long, but he's probably had maybe 5 or 6 games. We went, fuck, he was quality there, but I mean, is that enough to put him higher up in the transfer market than Ryan Kent? I don't think so. I mean, put it this way. I mean, if I could sign one of those players for Hearts, I'd probably take Kent.
Easily. Game changer, Lundstrom.
Although Barry Mackay's no bad, so maybe I would take
I'm
one.
fucking dead on. Anyway, guys, that's
Barry
where we're going now.
Mackay deserves a Scotland call-up.
No,
if you
he
agree.
does fucking not.
Why is everyone saying it then?
I don't know.
Not even Hearts fans. Calvin Ramsey's pish.
I didn't say Calvin Ramsey's pish. You're the one that said Calvin Ramsey's pish.
Oh no, but if I say Calvin Ramsey deserves a Scotland call-up 6 months ago, you'd have went...
He deserves it over fucking O'Donnell. O'Dog shitty.
I like O'Donnell.
Anyway, I don't like O'Donnell. Till next time, that's it for Fog Football. We'll do an Old Firm review soon, won't we?
Aye.
That'll be up soon.
What's that other news there is?
There's a Scotland star, Caroline Weir, opens up in her future about Real Madrid and City contract run. Who gives a
that's
fuck?
pretty. I may have to make a separate vid on that.
Oh, actually, yeah, I forgot.
Big.
Caroline, your ass on here, Jabroni.
Tom Rogic won the goal of the season against Dundee United.
That's it. That's about it, isn't it?
I thought it was a pretty good goal.
It was a good goal, aye, but I mean, player of the year coming out soon.
I think I prefer screamers though. See for goal of the season, I think. But then again,
unless it's like
the Arsenal one against Norwich.
Aye.
Aye.
That's what you always go to. Anyway, guys, I'll bet. Till next time.
Peace.